Okay, so welcome everyone. It is, what is today? The last Wednesday of September. I have no idea what's going on right now. We've made it through September. It's been a huge month in sales, huge month in our businesses, and I am super excited because tonight we're gonna talk some business. And I mean like the nitty-gritty, like the ins and the outs of being organized and running a full-on business with this makeup empire that we're creating, okay? So I have created 2 binders, as you can see here. My intention is to run through everything that's in these binders, the forms that are in these binders, and show you how you can use everything that's in here and where to get them, okay? So I posted the shopping list 2 days ago, and essentially it was 2 binders. You can see I have a white and a black here. One is for orders and one is for team. It's not really orders, it's just basically like customer follow-up, potential presenters, hosting parties. It's anything to do with money-making activities in one, and then team building, understanding what's going on with my team in the other. All right, so 2 binders. The money-making binder has 8 tabs. The team binder has 5 tabs. And I put that all in the shopping list that I posted 2 days ago. I also have in this binder some sheet protectors. In case you don't know what sheet protectors are, they are clear 3-hole binder, little pieces of plastic that you can slide things into. They work good for storage. They also work good to just protect anything that you have that you want to keep safe. And then in addition to the 2 binders, the tabs, and the sheet protectors, I also bought a multi-pack of pens, some highlighters, and what else do I have in here? I have the highlighters, and I don't know why this highlighter lid keeps popping off. I don't like that. And oh, and I got one of these just as an option, one of these little white out things, so that as if I write something down and I want to white it out, I can do that. And then I got it all put into a pencil case. It's back to school time, so this stuff is going to be super cheap. It's not an expensive time to buy these things. I think in all I might have spent like $18 or $19. So it wasn't that expensive to get my business like focused. And I'm very excited about it. Okay? My hair is a sign of what's going on in my life right now. Complete madness. All right, you guys can hear me good, right? Good. Okay, I'm going to keep on moving on. So let's start with the money-making binder first. Yes? We all want to know about the money-making binder? Yes, and Liz says you can write all of that off, so save that. And I'll show you what to do with that in a second, because that's part of tonight's call. Let me open this up really quick because I wrote some stuff down. Okay. So let's go through these binders really quick. So in this first binder, I have a couple of forms. So let me actually switch screens and go to the other screen so that you guys can see what I am looking at. Share screen and binder. Okay. So everybody can see this document, right? Can someone just say yes so that I know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Diane. So this first sheet here is the very first thing that I have in my binder. It is what I call my quick reference sheet. And I also often call it the 4 Ps because they are the 4 Ps of money making. Presenters, finding possible recruits. That's what presenters means. Products, anybody that wants to buy any products. Parties, anybody that's ever said that they want to host a party. And then play dates. Those are the one-on-ones. Now, I actually just used to keep a piece of like white paper, like a piece of copy paper, and I would just break it up into 4 sections. But for organizational purposes, I created this form, the 4 Ps. This is my quick sheet. It goes into the binder in the actual folder portion on the side. I'll show that to you in a second. Okay, so this is the first sheet in the document that's available to you. All right, the next sheet is called the client overview. Let me open that up. Okay, so this is basically going to be your running list of your, you would start with your 100 and then you would just keep adding. This is everyone and anyone that you have ever talked to about Unique, about signing up, about buying products, about getting the kit, about having a party. If they just are in your neighborhood and they mention that they were interested or they liked what you were doing, this is anybody that you have ever had a single conversation about the company with. And this is the client overview document. And I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. I'm going to pause my share. And then let's see if we can open this back up so that you guys can all see me. All right. We're going to go back to resume share. And I'm going to go through each of these documents. And then I'm going to go back to the video portion. Is just going to be what it's going to be, because this is all this is the best we can do with what we got, right? Do what you can with what you got where you are. And you would just print this out. I created the document in Excel so that you can print it front to back and 3-hole punch it into a binder. So each page has about 35 lines. So this is 35 customers that you can write their names down and keep a good log of. You print it front and back. See, this page right here says client overview front. This one says the back. And the back is exactly the same. It's just got a couple more lines because it doesn't need the header. That's why. And what I've noticed already is that just by starting to fill this form out, I've identified people that have ordered or mentioned having a party that I forgot about, okay? So having a running list is uber important because you cannot rely on your brain to remember. You just cannot. My brain, you guys see what's going on right now. My brain cannot handle, I am not a Mac, okay? So don't trust your own brain. Trust your organizational skills to run your business, okay? So we talked about the client sheet. The next thing is called client detail. This is another form that I created. It's a 2-sided form. So each piece of paper will have 4 clients on it. Okay, so you would put their name, their address, their email, their phone number, birthday, anniversary, and how you know them, because that's super important. If you've added them to your VIP group, if they've purchased, if you've asked them to have a party and they did, what are the dates? What were the rewards from their party that they had? If you asked them to be a presenter, what did they say? When did you ask them to be a presenter? And then this down here is the product profile. So under product profile, this is where I list everything that they've ever ordered from me. Okay, so this is your way of keeping a log of each customer, what they've ordered, and you could even put the date. There's only a couple of lines here, so you could always add more pages if you need to, but these amount of lines fit perfectly into an 8x11 piece of paper. So just write small. That's what I would say. Just write small, especially if you have some very high purchasing customers. 2 to 3 lines should work. You can at least fit 5 or 6 products on 2 lines. All right. So this is your client details page. Like I said, this prints front and back, and I'll show you what it looks like in the binder here in a second, filled out. Okay, so this is the second tab. The third tab is your monthly orders page. I printed a bunch of these. This says September, but I printed one for October, November, and December. So every time someone orders, I'm putting it in here. And this is a very important tab and page because in December, I can go back to September and follow up with everyone that I wrote down. Because you know what? It's time to reorder, right? So it's helping me stay organized because I push a lot of cash and carry, and I push a lot of bulk orders that I process myself and ship direct. So I actually looked at it earlier. I have $65,000 in total volume in my lifetime. I've sold $62,000 in makeup. 52 of that has been through my own name, right? So you can see how much I push through myself. I take all orders, as many orders as I can, and I push it through PayPal, or I take cash, or I take a check, and I order it myself. So that makes it really hard to use my back office for follow-up. Okay, so that's why this form came to be. It's going to just list the date, the customer, the products they ordered, the order number, when it delivered, when the 2-week follow-up is, and when I followed up 2 months later. Okay, so that's just a quick reorder cheat sheet. The next tab is I created us, yay, a flash sale cheat sheet. Okay, so this is going to be one of your tabs. This is where you're going to keep track of all of your flash sales. So if you run like discounted prices, if you make like a special collection sale, this is going to be your place to keep that. But I broke down all of the new collections that launched in September, the retail price, the collection price, if you wanted to sell it with a collection plus 10% off price, if you wanted to sell the collection at 20% off price. Okay? Hold on, I see a chat. Let me open this up. Yes, they change every 6 months, but this is for now. This is going to keep you going for the collections as of now. Every time the collections change, just know that I will update this form and I will repost it in the Glam Squad, okay? So this is the current collections, and it's all 6 of them, all right? So I printed this out and I just stuck it in my binder and it was good to go. GTG, good to go. The next tab in your money-making binder is going to be vendor events. Please don't freeze on me. Okay. This is a 4 vendor event per page kind of thing. You can see what I have here. I have the event, the date, how much it cost for the vendor event, the point of contact, their email, my total sales, any notes, and then I check mark when I enter in everyone that I got contact information for, and I check mark everyone that gave me their emails, that I put them into my contacts and emailed them a special. So anybody that gives me their email address after a vendor event automatically gets a 10% off coupon after the show. I just go ahead and send that out, and I'm like, thanks for stopping by. Here's a 10% off your very first order. I would love to have you as a customer, and if you need any help color matching, you just let me know because I'm here for you. Okay, so there are 4 to a front side. You can print it front and back, so that's 8 vendor events per piece of paper. So we're not like going crazy killing a bunch of trees. Okay, but this is going to be great because you're going to start keeping track of your vendor events, and then when it's the next year and you're thinking, wow, was that a good show? I don't really remember. You'll be able to go back and say, well, yeah, that was a good show. I had $300 in sales. Okay, the next tab, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is your parties tab. So this is anyone that hosts an online or an in-home party. And this is just a little bit about the party, the date, the name of the hostess, the type, whether it was online or in-home, the sales from the party, if the hostess had rewards, what they were, if the hostess used her rewards. So this is important because I have hostesses that hosted with me 6 months ago that still haven't used their rewards. And we all know that rewards only last for 1 year. Okay, so we gotta be proactive in helping our hostesses not lose their rewards and use them the right way. And this products line here, this is what my hostess bought with her rewards. That's what that's for. Okay? Below that is a list of everybody that came to the party or everybody that clicked going or maybe if it was just online. Their names, if I added them to my contact spreadsheet, if they had any orders, what were the orders? Did I add them to my VIP page? Did I ask them about hosting a party? And did I ask them if they were interested in the kit? Okay? Hopefully, you guys get brave enough and you get skilled enough that every single one of these is a yes, yes, yes. You at least asked. That's where you get your money. Okay? So there are 2 of these per piece of paper, and it also prints front to back, so you can keep track of 4 parties per piece of paper. Sound good? Okay, so now I'm going to stop my share, and I'm going to come back over here on this screen. Are we good? Are we feeling all right with everything that I've showed you guys so far? Okay, so I want to go through what my binder looks like really quick on this camera. You can still hear me well, right? Okay, good. All right, so this is my binder. And like I said, we're going to go back to the 4 Ps page really quick. I printed this out and I started filling it in. This is my playdates side, and 2 ladies had playdates with me this week, so I crossed their names out, but I'll still be able to see them, right? And there's a lot of lines here, so you can use 1 piece of paper for a long time, and I just slide that into the pocket of the folder. So this is my working sheet. This is what I pull out when I only got 10 minutes and I need to do something with my business to make some money. I only got 10 minutes of income producing time. This is going to be your quick reference sheet, okay? I'm going to scoot in close. The next sheet was the customer overview list. You can see how I've started to fill it out. The reason why I recommended the multicolor pens is because I just feel like it makes it a little easier to read than if everything was all the same color. And like I said, this is a front to back piece of paper, so you can just keep filling it in, filling it in, okay? I'm going to start opening this up because it's getting crazy. This is the client detail page. I'm pulling it in close. You can see I've started to fill it out for clients. Like I said, I put what they ordered there, their address, everything, and it's front to back for 4 different clients total. It would help if I turned it the right way. Okay. Not the last one. The orders page. Okay, so look, this is my September orders. I had to print a second page for my September orders. Who's got goals? Who's got goals? Who wants to use more than 1 page for a month's worth of orders? Yes, girl, you do, right? So set this. This is what's going to get this for you. It's organization. It's follow-up. It's running your business like a business, not like it's your side girl, your side chick. All right, this is your wifey, okay, not your side chick. All right, sorry. Sidebar. I started drinking wine. You guys know what happens. Okay. So I have all of my customers here. This says September. So I'll just keep it. And then in November, I'll start following up with all of these people. It's time to reorder. How perfect is this, right? This is amazing right here. And I went ahead and I printed October, November, and December so that my binder works with me for several months before I have to go back and start printing more crap. Okay, flash sales page, pretty easy to kind of like figure out. You just put all your flash sale notes. If you did anything that just felt like it was awesome, if you saw somebody else do a flash sale and you wanted to remember like what they did, you would just put that all in there. And in every single one of my tabs, I have one of those sheet protectors, just for anything that I want to put in there. I don't even know. All right, the vendors tab, that's pretty self-sufficient. I don't need to go over that, and I don't think. And the party info, I felt like that was pretty self-sufficient. I don't think that that needed anything. But what I will say is on Sunday, we talked about this little order form and how we had a carbon copied order book. What I am going to start doing is keeping all of the orders in one of these things, all those little like rip outs in the binder with the party info so that I can have all of that information in one place. All right, so all the party stuff will be like in that sheet protector. And that's it for the income producing binder. Another good thing about those sheet protectors, Michelle and I were talking about this in a little one-on-one, is that if you have a task list, a daily task list, you put it in the sheet protector, and then you can use a dry erase marker every day and check, 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 wipe it off. Day number 2, check, 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 so that you're not printing like a billion pieces of paper and killing all the trees. Right? I'm a yogi. I still want to practice environmental awareness, even though I just printed like a bunch of stuff in this binder. All right, moving on. Let's go back really quick to my share screen and share screen. Hold on, the hubby's walking in and we already know he could say something inappropriate. Hello.
Just tell him to walk away. Walk away, bro. Walk away.
Walk right by like I didn't even exist. I don't even know what's going on in here right now. Who are you? And what did you do with my husband?
You talking shit?
Nope.
No. Walk away.
It's just the wine talking.
No, it ain't.
So we're going back to the share screen. So now we are sharing my white binder, which is my team binder. So you might not need to create a team binder if you only have one person on your team. But once you start thinking pink and above, it's time to get serious, right? Because you want to get some money. You want to make money, and you want to be focused on what your girls need and want, right? You want to serve them better. So I found that by creating this binder, it immediately helped me serve my team a little bit better. And so the first tab is the monthly team overview. You can just print one of these for every single month. So you print 12.
The dryer.
Huh?
Something fall behind the dryer.
I don't know.
Who took my suits off?
I don't know.
Alex.
So I printed just 12 of these. I updated each month just so I didn't have to handwrite it because I got sloppy handwriting. This is my monthly team overview. This is what's going to help me look back and see what's going on, right? Because all businesses use metrics to know how they're tracking, right? All businesses go back and say, what have we done for the last 6 months? What is our growth trajectory? What's happening? Are we growing? Are we shrinking? Are we hemorrhaging? Like, what's happening? So this is going to be your reference sheet to look back to months past, okay? You'll have your team sales, your personal sales, who on your team was number 1 in personal sales, who on your team was number 1 in PRS, who had the most recruits, how many on your team were qualified, what the team finished as for the month, how many new team members you added, if you had any prizes, what the requirements were, who won it, and if it shipped. And y'all know I needed this little tab more than anything else because I give away a lot of prizes, and then those prizes sit on my dresser and I say, okay. But I'm getting better, right? I realized there was a deficiency, and I created a special tab to make sure that I was getting y'all your prizes when you earned them a little bit faster, okay? So this is a little bit more information for the Glam Squad, more than anything, Boss Babe of the Week. So this is my way to look back and see who's doing big things and who I recognized for going above and beyond. So this was good. This is another thing that I added in here because I really want to acknowledge the team a little bit better. I want to become more interactive with every single one of you. So I want to message all the new people that signed up that month. I want to message anyone that qualified with $125 in sales that month, and then up, 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 right? And then I also want to message any of my team that's in the red, that's at risk of going inactive. And I want to message anybody that's suspended so that they can reactivate, okay? So this is just a great way for you to check off interacting with your team and finding out who's doing what and who needs help and who's rocking it out, all right? And this might not be super important in the beginning, but when you have 185 presenters on your team, this right here is going to be important. And we all got goals. We already talked about that, right? Goals, big team goals. Who promoted that month, anybody that hit fast start that month, and my additional notes and comments about how the month went. If I thought like, oh, not F something, I don't know why I just typed that, but let's backspace. I don't know, like if we had like a special hero product, right? Like if like the Hottie Lip Plumper like launched, then I could put that there or something like that. If something amazing happened, I don't know, that's what I would just put there. This is my team detail. Okay, this is going to be great for you guys because it's going to help you really know what's going on with every single person you sponsor, right? Just because they sign up with you, that is not the end of the relationship. And if you think it is, you are misinformed on what this business is about. People don't sign up with you only to be dropped like a hot tamale once they sign up. It's a relationship business through and through, start to finish, until they quit the biz, and then it's still a relationship business because you're still my friend and I still love you and want the best for you, even if Younique wasn't the right path for you. At least that's how I feel, and I want you guys to feel like that too and know that that's real leadership, okay? It's not just about what somebody can do for you, but it's about what you can do for them. All right, that's servant leadership. So here in this personally sponsored tab, it's going to give you a lot of information to track each person. When they sign up, you want to make sure you add them to all the groups. You create a welcome collage, send them the video training, the YouTube video training that I created. You guys know where it is, right? We're just going to shake our heads yes, because I don't even want to imagine the idea that you don't know where that YouTube video training is. And then following up with them that you sent them the training, and if they had any questions, and then having a don't do that. And then having a discussion about goals. Goals, we've already talked about them. If you don't have them, you need to get them, because life is all about having goals. When someone signs up, obviously, we want to track their fast start progress. Why do I keep typing on my computer? Stop doing that. We want to track their fast start progress. We want to help them. We want to encourage them. We want to know what their status is. And if they need help with something, right? Understanding this fast start chart is pretty intense. So we want to make sure that they understand it when once they're moving through it. And this is your way to check off once they hit all the different things. And this is important too, because as we all know, Fast Start is a sponsor matched promotion. So if they get this tier, so do you. If they earn the rewards from this tier, so do you. So this is mutually beneficial for you to track, okay? I added this in here mostly for my own benefit, but also you guys can use it as well. When someone signs up, what are they saying their commitment is? Do they want to just be a kidnapper? Are they wanting to just sell a little bit to their friends and family? Are they wanting to run a little part-time, host parties, whatever? And then if they want to be a mogul, okay? And we all know we all want moguls, but not everybody comes into that business for this. So when they first start, what temperature are they? 30 days out, has their temperature changed? 90 days out, are they on fire? Have they cooled off? What is their status? Okay. I created a little space for goals discussion. Like, what did you talk about for goals? What are their goals? What are your goals? What did you guys agree on? And then I put a little section here for reading suggestions, because this is why. If I recommend a book to you, I want to remember that I recommended that book to you, first of all, so I don't recommend it to you again. And second of all, I want to know if you read it. And if you didn't read it, I'm probably not going to recommend to you any more books, because you're not taking feedback and you're not being coachable. All right, so this is my way of keeping y'all honest. I'm going to recommend a book. You read it, awesome. I'm going to recommend another book. You read it, awesome. And I'm just going to keep working with you. If I ever put a no, an X in the no, then that means you're not being coachable, or you're coming up with an excuse and you're not doing what it takes to move ahead in this business, okay? Real talk. I put this in here because I want to have honest, like, notes on people. Are they giving me excuses, or are they doing the work? All right? Promotions. When did they hit yellow? When did they hit pink? When did they hit all of these statuses? Who are their recruits? Okay, when they get their first recruit, their second recruit, their third recruit, there's 18 spaces on here. And by the time someone has 18 people on their team, they're probably at least blue and they're a good solid leg on your team. And then any additional notes, okay? So this is a paper that I created and I print out for every single personally sponsored on my team. I do keep a little bit more detailed records for my personally sponsored. Why? Because they chose me. They chose me and I chose them, and we're going to be a little bit more involved with each other than maybe some of my downline. Does that mean I don't love my downline? No, because y'all got a form too. Okay? So for my downline, it's similar. It's just a little less detailed, right? So I'm working with my downline, but my downline has a personal sponsor. Okay? So hopefully they're getting stuff from their personal sponsor. Either way, I have a file on every single person on my team. If I've talked about them, goals with them, what are their goals? If I've suggested books, when they promoted, any additional notes. But my downline tab is 2 to a page. You can print it front and back, so then you get 4 to a piece of paper. Okay? The next tab is a training notes tab. Oh no, it's the weekly team calls tab. You can print this weekly team calls tab for your own notes so that you can write notes about our Wednesday call. It says who the guest speakers are, what products we talked about, the back office tip, if there was a homework assignment, what the extra credit was, what the prize was, and then anything else we talked about. So this would be nice for you to keep in your binder. You could write what we talked about every Wednesday just to keep like a written log of notes so that you have something to reference. But this mainly I created so that on our Wednesday call, I have a little bit of structure and I'm not just whining my way through it with my whine. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay. The next one is training notes. So this one is a tab that I put into my binder for any other presenters that have asked me to do trainings for their teams, or if I have ideas about doing videos for you guys, or if I've watched other trainings and I want to write notes about it. It's just anything to do with training, either me giving or receiving training. It's just a place for me to write down my notes, growing my business. And then in that section, so that's 4 tabs. The last tab is what I put taxes under, and there's already a spreadsheet in the Glam Squad for taxes. So you could print that out and you could just handwrite everything that all your expenses for your taxes. It's another good place to have this. I'm going to stop share because we've already seen everything in there. It's another good place to put, what I would do is probably put 12 of these in there. 12. And then every month you just put your receipts into one of these pocket protectors. So then it would be January, February, March, April, May, June. I don't need to tell you the months, you know the months, right? So this would be your tax form with all of the receipts from each month in a little thing, super organized, really nice way to do your taxes at the end of the year without panicking too much, okay? I need to breathe because I just literally rattled off a lot of information. Let's take questions. I muted you guys all, so you have to unmute yourself to talk. Who's got questions?
How do we print these forms off our phones?
So what you can do, Diane, is you can send these, like if you, well, do you have a printer? Do you have a printer?
Sorry, you're breaking up. I'm sorry, say that again.
I'm sorry, I said, do you have a printer?
I don't.
Okay, so then you're not going to be able to print them from your phone. What I would suggest is send the files to Office Depot or Staples or any other like office supply stores. Like Staples and Office Depot are what we have. You live by me. You know what Staples and Office Depot are. Okay,
right.
So you could send the file to Staples and Office Depot. What I'm going to upload the Excel tonight. But what I'm also going to do is take it out of Excel and put it into a Word or a PDF so that you can literally just send the page to Office Depot and say print 10 copies.
Okay, now if I had a printer, how would I do it?
You would have to have a laptop because you cannot print from phone to printer.
Okay, okay. So from my laptop, just print it off my laptop.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
I mean, unless you have a
printer.
super fancy
I have a
phone
printer
and a
just
super
in
fancy
storage.
printer, you might be able to Bluetooth to it, but I don't think I don't think you're ready for that.
Right. Okay.
There are ways. We're gonna take it baby steps.
Okay.
There's a like special app that you have to download and go through like certain things to be able to get it down to print to the printer. It's really complicated, but it's possible. But it's easier to just send it to one of those special places that'll print it for you.
And they charge you like 10 cents a page, so you can get 10
Okay.
pages for $1. It's not going to be that expensive to at least get your. Diane, you probably don't even need the team binder right away. Just get the income binder going, right? Like everybody needs to get that income binder going. I promise you, you will thank me 3 months down the road when you're trying to figure out who do I follow up with and you don't forget anyone.
So from my
Right.
phone to like a Staples.
Like a
Is the
Staples or
easiest
an
way.
Office Depot, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And
thank
I'll
you.
upload an Excel version, so anybody that has Office, Microsoft Office on your computer, you'll be able to manipulate the file, adjust it for your own personal needs, and then I'll also upload a PDF version of each document so that if you just want to send and print and just use it, then you can do it that way as well. But I know not everybody has Microsoft Office, so I'll give you everything. No secrets. It's all there for you. Yes? Okay. Well, what else is going on? You guys have any other questions about the binders? This was literally about 20 hours of blood, sweat, and tears making these Excel spreadsheets for you guys, because I love you.
Thank you so much.
I hope you know.
Thank you.
It was my pleasure to do it for you. I just hope that you use them. That would be like the only thing that would break my heart is if I did all of this and nobody used it. But hopefully you guys find this helpful, and hopefully it's been a long time coming and you've been looking for something like this.
Thank you,
All
Michelle.
right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so a couple quick other things. I know it's a long call. I told you it was going to be a doozy because I knew I needed to go through all of that stuff. I wanted to talk about just a couple of other quick things before we get off of here while I have your attention. The first thing that I wanted to just mention is that, yay, Michelle is the only one that booked parties last week from the homework assignment. So Michelle wins the cell phone light on the back of your thing. Let me write that in my binder. Michelle wins the homework assignment prize. I'm super excited. Good job, baby. And you got like 3 parties booked? Yes, awesome. 3 parties booked this week. That's wonderful. That's something to definitely be proud about.
I sent out a total of, I think, 15 or 16 instant messages, personal messages asking for parties. I got 3 yeses. I got 3 not today. And I said, this ends the end of the month. Would you like for me to contact you sooner? Because I sent a script of if you order $100 or more to the people who are my big order people.
Right.
A party script. So don't get discouraged if you're sending out messages. I'm seeing a lot of that, not necessarily in the Glam Squad, but I'm seeing a lot of people saying, I'm getting discouraged. I'm asking people and nobody's doing anything. Mind you, I don't have a lot of parties. And I have never, I don't think, had 3 parties in 1 month, let alone in 1 week. So it's just, you have to be consistent. So just don't get discouraged thinking I've sent out all these messages and I only got 3 parties. That's 3 parties. I went to an event last night. Yeah, I went to an event last night that I was last minute, totally been on the waiting list. She called. I said, I will find a way to get there. I had 2 orders and I had 2 other contacts. So I really only met 4 people, but I made my money back and I met 4 new contacts. So don't ever get discouraged. Just keep going. Just keep consistent. Just keep going.
Right.
So,
very good advice. It's 100% true. It's 100. I have sales and I have parties, but if you think for 1 second every single person that I ever asked said yes, then you are sorely mistaken. I get ignored more than anything else. Just complete silence. I'm like, that's so rude. Somebody messages me, I at least answer and I'll say no thank you. And I get ignored because you could tell when they you could tell when they open it. You could tell it says read at 6:45 and here it is 2 days later and they never responded. You just got to keep pushing on. It is part of the business. It is what it is. But the victories keep you going, right? Michelle's on the upswing because she's been grinding it out, and that's awesome. So you got the homework prize from last week. Okay. The homework for this week is to make yourself a binder. Yeah? Okay. And then everyone that screenshots their binder is going to be entered into a prize. That's it. There's no extra credit. It's just make a binder, get entered in. I just want to see your binder.
Can I boomerang?
Can you what?
Can I boomerang my binder? Can I boomerang it?
You can do anything you want. I just want to know that you have one. I want to see it. I don't care if it's boomerang. I don't care if it's Facebook Live. I don't care if you Snapchat it to me. I don't care. I just want to see that you have a freaking binder. And then you get entered in to winning a prize, and it has to be done by next Wednesday before the team call. So you have a whole week to make this happen. That's not that hard. You're just buying a binder and putting some stuff in it, printing some pages, and keeping some notes, and showing me that you are committed to your business, and therefore I reward that kind of behavior with prizes. Now I just need to figure out what I'm going to give you. But I'll post it in the group. Okay? Oh yeah, let's talk Boss Babe of the Week. Boss Babe of the Week. I did not write that down, but I'm going to give it to the 2 Boss Babes on the team that have hit yellow this week. I'm very proud of them. Yellow is the first promotion in the company. It is the first time you get to have some a promotion and also an increase in pay raise. And so Missy went yellow. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, girl. And Lexi is not on the call, so I can't honor Lexi because she's not here. But yes, we had 2 ladies hit yellow status, and that is your first big accomplishment in the company. It's definitely something to be proud of. I'm proud of you. I see you hustling. I see you got a little team under you. Bryn, Missy is doing really well, and it's sky's the limit. So Boss Babes of the Week are all the Boss Babes that hit yellow this week. All right, it's 9:30. I'm fading fast, girls. I'm fading fast. Do we have any more questions? No, Liz, you have a question, or you want to talk after? Talk after? Okay. Does anybody else have any more questions before we hop off? No? All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and bearing with me during my technical issues. Have a good night. I will talk to y'all later. Deuces.